It's a wrap for Showmax international reality dating show Bae Beyond Borders. Cast members Zezethu, Mniki and Nande are joining us in studio to tell us if they found love in Nigeria. Ladies, thanks so much for coming on to Africa today.
Thank you for having us.
So let's start with that experience, Zezethu, in Nigeria. How was it?
Oh, it was lovely. It was the best ever. So amazing. I
can tell you that there are hundreds and thousands of South African men that are wondering why.
Well, the answers are endless. Nigerian men have that spice, they have that something.
That zing.
Yeah, they have that zing. They really know how to look after a woman, so we love that.
Okay. So Nande, let's start off with you, all right? As far as why you decided to go to Nigeria. In fact, why you picked to be part of the show.
For me, I think it's just a preference of who you prefer to date or to see or to give a chance. And for me, I think I've always had a thing for like foreign men. I've always loved dating outside my tribe, dating outside my culture. So I was like, okay, I'm really into Nigerian men. So if there's a show for single ladies, since I'm a single lady that is willing to give a chance to South African ladies and Nigerian men, so why not? And as a single lady, I went for it.
Are you both still single?
Well, you need to keep glued to the screen to find out.
Yes, please.
For Monday's episode.
Yeah, I guess we do. So let's talk about the process, how it all happened. I know that there was some speed dating that took place. Zezethu, what drew you to some of these individuals that you eventually met?
So, when you go through the speed dating process, you get to filter out the people that you like or not. I mean, it's on surface level, of course. So that's how we filter them out based on their ages. Some were too young. So we're like, no, we can't have these guys on the show because we had to get rid of 4 guys. So then when we flew to Nigeria, there was 8 guys there for us. You go on date.
8 guys there for you. I can see many women drooling right now and saying, wow.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys to choose from.
There was.
Had you seen these men at all before you left? I mean, just visuals?
It was just
videos?
visuals, and there was like 12 guys for the visuals, and then we had to pick 8 that were going to go and see in Nigeria. And then we went to Nigeria to meet up with the 8. We went on individual dates, we went on group dates. So you're just literally getting to know them personally, and then you just choose a guy you feel is perfect for you to come with to South Africa and spend more time.
How long was that period that you got to know these men?
Maybe like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
actually,
but then
it wasn't a lot. And even when we're going on these dates, maybe you're on a date for like 3 hours or 2 hours, and that's it. So honestly, when you are choosing a guy, you are really choosing from just what you see right now in front of you.
Yes.
So the point is for you to bring them back to South Africa. Then you get to know them on a deeper level. So you really don't actually know them, but you have like some idea.
Nande, I have a theory, and that theory is around being able to peel away and come up with the real substance. Now, giving away boys' tricks here, but men sometimes will do whatever it takes to get what they want. And the secret is, how do you establish whether a guy is authentic or not? And I suppose in 3 weeks it would have been a big part of what you guys did.
Yeah.
I think for me, you might never know. You can be with a guy for 5 years and he has totally no intentions about you. You can literally meet a guy for 1 month and he would want to spend he would want to spend the rest of his life with you. So I think it's not something that's in your control, but it's just you putting yourself out there and then just waiting for the other person to like meet you halfway. I think that's about it. You can't really find if someone is really into you or they're really playing you. Just put yourself there and then you'll just see along the way.
Yeah.
Well, the both of you are very beautiful women, right?
Thank you.
So it would have been a challenge for these 8 men on who to pick, because obviously they're pitching themselves too. So, Zezethu, what do you offer?
What do I offer?
Yeah.
Wow, that's such a difficult question. I mean, I feel like I'm a very authentic woman, I like to be wooed by a man. You need to show me that you want me, and then I will also give myself to you. So I mean, I'm giving authenticity, realness. I want to settle. So I'm really in it for the real thing. No games.
And Nande, what do you think for you would have stood out for any of those 8 men?
What would have?
Stood out for them?
For me, I think since I'm still young, I'm just trying to explore, just see where the wind blows. But obviously, I'm a single lady. Yes, I am looking for a relationship. But I think for me personally, it's just me being me. I'm being myself. I'm being bubbly. I'm being energetic. I'm being this. I'm being that. So it's either you take it or you leave it. So, yeah.
So let's talk about narrowing down those choices. Started off with 12 when you were here. You got to Nigeria and you had 8. And obviously, you had to cut down to that one individual that you're going to bring to South Africa. What was that process for you?
For me, the process was not really that difficult because I think from the get-go, I really saw who I really liked. So I was focusing my energy on the people that I feel like I like and the people that were liking me back. So it was not that hard of a decision for me. So, yeah.
Was it the same for you or any different?
Well, for me, so when I went into the show, I just told myself, I'm going to pursue a guy who pursues me. So I'm not going to go, yes, we are the 4 women who has to choose a guy. So I'm not going to go out there and I'm going to pursue a guy. So if I see you showing interest in me, you're telling me you like me, so I'm going to give you a chance. So that's what I did. And then the best guy who's showing me is putting his foot forward, then that's the guy I gave a chance to. So that's how I narrowed down to the guy that I chose.
Were there any elements of rejection?
Yes. No, towards me or to the guys?
To you?
No.
Towards the ladies, yeah, because I think the ball was on our card.
Yeah.
And there were many guys to pick from, so there was never really a rejection.
Yeah.
So how did you handle that when you were turning down the advances?
It
was hard because it was so emotional because our emotions were involved because we were all looking for love. There's people, you're getting to know them, they're opening up to you. The next thing now, you are shutting him down and you've already made a connection with him and then you're now having a deeper connection with someone else. So it was really quite hard. Emotions were involved.
It really was, yeah.
So now that you've concluded, how has this experience shaped your perspectives on love, on life, on men, foreign men, Nigerian men in particular?
Well, for me, I feel like, when I went to Nigeria, of course, the Nigerian men here are not the same as the Nigerian men there because the Nigerian men here adapt to the South African culture, So when I went there, you just get a broader aspect of different cultures, different nationalities. So for me, I've always been interested in different cultures and stuff. So I just got a broader aspect of it, but it's still the same because, men are men at the end of the day. They need to like you, they need to commit to you, and you need to do the same. So, yeah.
Your experience coming from this?
I think my experience coming from this is love truly doesn't have boundaries. It doesn't have borders. Love is love. Love has no race. Love is just love. If you love someone and you're willing to go an extra mile for them, then why not? So for me, it was just a different experience. But it was so different, yet exciting, so much fun. And, yeah, I think that's it for me.
So did you think through the process at the start why the organizers of this show had picked Nigerian men in particular and not men from Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Angola?
I think it's very obvious.
Yeah.
Because, right now, there's always been a thing between South African women and Nigerian men. We see it on a daily basis, honestly. So,
Yeah, I think it was just a great concept because South African ladies and Nigerian men, they just gel, they just love each other, they're just meant for each other.
Honestly,
you're
embarrassing the rest of us. Clearly that's what's going on.
Okay, a quarter of South African women was made for Nigerian men. Let's say that.
So let's talk about those differences and some of those. And I suppose the bigger differences around culture, and the vast majority of Nigerian men, certainly Nigerians that I've been exposed to, are very, very intent on their culture. How did you relate to culture? Was that exposed?
It was exposed, but not really. there was once an incident for me. The guy was asking me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, no, you're not being sincere with me, so I want you to kneel down and ask me to be a girlfriend. He was like, no, I'm a chief in my village, and I can't. At that moment, I was like, I didn't understand it, because I was like, if you really want me to be a girlfriend, then what is kneeling down? So he was like, no, it's against my culture. I'm an equal man. I can't just kneel anyhow. So I was like, wow. But then he got to explain to me. So I think the culture difference is not that much of an issue, because I feel like we're still young, and yeah, man, it was not really much of
minor things. You can adapt to it, you know. Just understanding, compromise. Honestly, yeah.
And Zezethu, your parting shots, what do you want to tell those that haven't watched Bae Beyond Borders?
I just want to tell them that, you know, they need to watch the show so they can get a broader aspect of Nigerian men beyond borders, because some people really are, you know, they're just looking here. Yeah. So you need to broaden your horizon. It's definitely a good thing to do. Yeah.
Well, ladies, thanks so much for coming onto the show, and we will be watching you on Showmax.
Thank you so much.
Bae Beyond Borders cast members Zezethu, Mniki and Nande, who joined us in studio to tell us if or not they found love in Nigeria.